Good morning, class 10th. Welcome to your history and civics class. We are doing lesson number 10, the last phase, independence and partition of India. In our previous video, we have studied about the cabinet mission proposals. And in this video, we will be studying about the interim government and conflict between the Congress and the Muslim League. Answer the cross questions. Why was the cabinet mission sent to India? Give the names of the 3 members of the cabinet mission. State any 2 provisions of the cabinet mission plan, and how was the federation to be formed at the center under the cabinet mission plan. Few important terms to be remembered. Number 1. Interim government. An emergency governmental authority set up to manage a political transition, generally in the cases of new nations or following the collapse of the previous governing administration. Number 2. Negotiations. Discussion aimed at reaching an agreement. Next, rioting. The violent disturbance of the peace by crowd. And the last term is arson. The criminal act of deliberately setting fire to property. Children, you all must learn these terms. Children, now let us start with our today's topic. Conflict between Congress and Muslim League. Elections to the Constituent Assembly were held in July 1946, in which the Congress obtained 2/3 majority. Out of 292 seats, Congress won 201 seats and the Muslim League 73 out of 78 Muslim seats. The rest went to other parties. The Congress had an overwhelming majority in the Constituent Assembly. The League feared that it would be outvoted in the Assembly. It also feared that the British withdrawal from India would mean transfer of power to Hindus who were in a majority in India. Reading from the book, The Interim Government and Conflict between the Congress and the Muslim League. The British government decided to postpone the formation of the interim government. It hoped to start negotiations for the formation of the interim government consisting of representatives of different parties. However, when the elections for the Constituent Assembly were held in July 1946, the Congress won 201 seats out of 292 seats which were reserved for the British India. It gained comfortable majority in the Assembly. The Muslim League could secure only 73 seats and felt disappointed. Lord Wavell wrote letters to Jawaharlal Nehru and Muhammad Ali Jinnah on July 22, 1946 and invited them to join an interim coalition government. He suggested that there would be 14 members in the cabinet. 6 of them from Congress, 5 from the Muslim League, and the other 3 would represent the minority parties, and the important portfolios would be divided equally to the Congress and the League. He made it clear that neither Congress nor Muslim League would be entitled to object to the names submitted by the other party, provided that they were acceptable to the Viceroy. Both Nehru and Jinnah rejected the proposal in their letters to Wavell, written on July 23 and July 31 respectively. This created a complete deadlock. To break the deadlock, the Secretary of State for India asked the Viceroy to contact Nehru and to offer him to form the government. The Muslim League was completely ignored. On August 6, Wavell, in a letter to Nehru, invited him to form the government. Congress held its working committee session on August 8 and authorized Nehru to negotiate the terms and conditions for joining the interim government. On August 17, Nehru asked the Viceroy to allow him to form a full-strength ministry by filling the 5 Muslim seats with non-League Muslims. This idea was, however, not acceptable to the Viceroy and asked to leave the Muslim seats vacant. The differences were resolved, and on August 24, a communique was issued from Delhi Communique is an official piece of news or an announcement, especially to the public or newspaper. So, a communique was issued from Delhi declaring that the new Executive Council would take charge on September 2. On September 2, the Congress joined the interim government. Their leaders declare Muslim League may come or not. That would make no difference. The caravan will move on. Congress nominated Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel, Rajendra Prasad, Sarath Chandra Bose, who was an Indian barrister, Chakravati Rajagopalachari, and Jagjeevan Ram as the nominee of the party in the cabinet. Three minority positions were filled by Sardar Baldev Singh, a Sikh, C.H. Bhabha, a Parsi, and John Mathai, an Indian Christian. Three Muslims, Asaf Ali, Sir Shafat Ahmad Khan, and Sayyid Ali Zahir, were also included in the government, while two Muslim seats were left vacant. Muslim League rejected the idea of installing a one-party government. Jinnah declared the Viceroy's decision against his earlier assurance and commitments with the Muslim League. The Muslim League observed September 2 as a black day, and throughout India they flew black flags on their houses and shops. As time passed, the British realized that the interim government cannot deliver unless and until the Muslim League send its representatives to the cabinet. They persuaded Jinnah to join the interim government. On the other hand, Muslim League also comprehended that its exclusion from the government was playing havoc with the interest of the Muslims. Jinnah realized that he could protect the interests of the Indian Muslims more if his party joins the interim government. A series of meetings took place between Jinnah and Wavell, and ultimately Muslim League joined the interim government on October 25, 1946. To create space for the Muslim League ministers, Sarath Chandra Bose, Shafat Ahmad Khan, and Sayyid Ali Zahir had to quit. Congress was not satisfied with the way Muslim League was included in the interim government. Nehru, in a letter to the Viceroy on October 26, wrote, "The choice itself indicated a desire to have conflict rather than to work in cooperation." Gandhi considered that the League's entry into the government was not straight. They felt hurt by the fact that Jinnah decided to enter interim government at the request of Wavell and not on Nehru's request. Furthermore, Jinnah made it clear that the Muslim League members of the cabinet will not be directly answerable to Nehru. Children, the interim government remained in place till the independence of Pakistan and India. Besides other duties, it assisted the British government in the process of transferring the power to the local people. Children, now let us finish the reading of the topic. The League decided not to take part in the proceedings of the Assembly. It demanded the establishment of two different constituent assemblies. As the Congress was not ready to form the interim government, Jinnah offered to form the interim government without the help of the Congress. Viceroy Lord Wavell did not agree to this proposal. Jinnah felt angry and he attacked both the cabinet mission and the Viceroy and blamed that they were playing in the hands of the Congress. He affirmed that the Muslims could no longer depend on the British rulers and were not prepared to remain under the slavery of the Congress government. The Muslim League, under his leadership, passed a resolution on July 29, 1946 and rejected the cabinet mission plan. The Viceroy invited Pandit Nehru on August 14, 1946 to form the interim government. Pandit Nehru agreed to it. At this, Jinnah decided to resort to direct action to achieve Pakistan. To quote Dr. Tarachand, Jinnah justified it by stating that the British had machine guns to enforce their will. The Congress had the weapon of civil resistance. Therefore, the Muslims could not sit with hands and feet tied and must bid goodbye to constitutional methods and prepare for self-defense and self-preservation by direct action. Civil resistance is a type of political action that relies on the use of non-violent methods. The League fixed August 16, 1946 as the day for observing the Direct Action Day throughout India. There were clashes and rioting in Calcutta on August 16. Stabbing, killing, arson, looting, criminal assaults on women became the order of the day. Nearly 5,000 lives were lost, over 15,000 persons were injured, and about 1 lakh were rendered homeless. Property worth crores of rupees was destroyed. The Muslim League ministry in Bengal failed to control the situation and to restore law and order. The mad fury continued for 4 days. Soon, bloody riots started in Noakhali in East Bengal. Peace was restored there after the efforts of Gandhiji. Alright, children, so that's it for today. I hope you have understood the topic very well through the video. Now you have to do the reading of the topic, solve the related back questions, follow the school YouTube link, and do not forget to do the planning of the next topic. Till then, take care, have a nice day, bye.